Hi guys, it's Minx here, I hope you're doing well, and I wanted to do this video because I think it's quite an important video to make and share my thoughts on a current serious issue going on with YouTube. It may not be the end of YouTube, but it's certainly an issue that has come up recently, and I feel like it's important to address this and talk about this so you guys know what's going on. I'm sure a lot of you already do know what's going on, but at least this will be my take on what's happening and that kind of thing, just to summarize what is happening with YouTube at the moment. So, a week or so ago now, it was revealed, I believe, by a London-based publication that lots of advertisements were running on YouTube on extremist videos. And by extremist, I mean like videos uploaded by ISIS, videos going after Jews, white supremacist videos, generally extreme views, and even incitements to violence in some instances, it seems. And the ads were appearing on these videos, of major brands were appearing on these videos. Since then, it's kind of like a house of cards collapsing, and I think 250 plus, perhaps probably even more now, advertisers have pulled their advertising from YouTube until Google fixes this issue. Google has responded by reassuring advertisers that they're going to fix this and implementing some fairly insane and rather draconian policies to try and curb monetization. Now, I totally agree that ads should not be running on videos by ISIS, for example. That obviously isn't okay, and that isn't it isn't something that should be happening. But what's happened since YouTube have started introducing these new policies is some serious things that are affecting pretty much every YouTuber, as basically they've become really heavy-handed in their approach. Lots of big YouTubers such as H3 Productions, I saw Max Mofo, I think Alpha Omega Sin, Scarce I know has been hit, and really big YouTubers, way bigger than me. I'm sure nearly every big YouTuber. I saw Jenna Marbles talking about it too, Philly D. Basically, loads of huge YouTubers have had their videos demonetized without any warning, without any messages. You're meant to get a message if a video gets demonetized. This was a mass demonetization. It's affecting small YouTubers too, like, for example, Ritz, my good friend Ritz. I wouldn't say any of his content is at all offensive on any level, yet he had a ton of videos demonetized. Weirdly, I have yet to have any videos demonetized, but I suspect that's because I don't often tag my videos because I'm really lazy as fuck, and I think the algorithm is searching based on tags and that kind of thing. So I don't know, but regardless, it hasn't affected me on the demonetization front yet, but a lot of people have been hit. YouTube didn't really communicate this, it just sort of happened and everyone realized that, shit, I'm not making money on a load of my videos anymore. That's absolutely fucking fantastic. So YouTube, once again, as it always does, failed to communicate to us. The real icing on the shit cake was, normally if you have a video demonetized, you can appeal this. You can be like, oh, actually, no, yeah, it should be on this video. Like, this is advertiser friendly, you know, this isn't extremist material. Please monetize it again. But due to a glitch, it turns out this is a glitch now. YouTube officially come out and said this was a mistake. You could not appeal the removal of demonetization. Apparently that is being fixed, so you can appeal it. So I guess that is something. But still, the fact that a lot of content creators have had a huge portion of their backlog where a lot of their income comes from demonetized is a serious problem and a serious issue. The other issue that has occurred because of this mass exodus from advertisers is advertising revenue has dropped significantly. Like, it doesn't seem to be affecting all channels. I've had some gaming channels say they're unaffected. I'm sure a lot of kid-friendly channels are unaffected by this, but I've seen a lot of my peers and fellow YouTubers, people I work with regularly, people I'm friends with, and myself. This has really hit me hard, like super hard. I've seen their ad revenue drop maybe 50, sometimes even 60%, like from one day to the next, and it's been flatlined pretty much ever since a very low rate. This isn't like the cost of the ads don't seem to have changed. I obviously can't go into details on exacts on money. The cost of the ads don't seem to have changed, but for me, like, the number of ads running has significantly reduced, which means the ads, for some reason, presumably because they don't have enough advertisers, aren't running, and that's a huge problem, and that could affect everyone. I know there'll be plenty of people in the comments saying, get a real job, you know, the YouTube party is over and all that kind of stuff. I'm not so sure it is. I do think that Google will probably turn this around. They'll hopefully manage to tweak the algorithm for demonetization so it isn't complete shit. At the same time, hopefully they'll, allay the fears of some advertisers and manage to get people back on board. I don't think advertisers are going to abandon YouTube completely. I think it's too big a platform. I feel this is more like a publicity thing from them to kind of show Google who's boss, maybe get a better deal on ads and, save money and that kind of thing. But YouTube is too big a platform, in my opinion, to just die with this. I do think YouTube will turn it around, but at least in the short term, this is going to be an issue that affects a lot of content creators across the board from big to small. It's essentially, I think, for a lot of us, like a 50-60% pay cut, which is obviously a huge impact on our livelihoods. And I mean, I hire people and stuff like that too, multiple people. That's quite a big deal. And while I don't think it's the end of YouTube, like some people are saying, this is definitely going to be a really tough time. And it's been hard, I've been as soon as I saw this happen, I was like, shit. I got pretty demotivated. I suffer from depression. I was like, shit, what the fuck is the point? But I'm trying to slap myself in the face and be like, look, I've got to get on with this. It's my job. YouTube will hopefully sort this out. And, I wanted to just say, I don't think this is the end of YouTube. I think it's YouTube demonstrating once again how bad their communication are and how badly they handle a crisis, which is, there's been numerous incidents like these over the years, by the way, where shit has happened, everyone's panicked, and then YouTube has sorted things out. So I'm optimistic that YouTube will sort things out. I'd say within hopefully a few weeks, things will maybe not be back to normal, but certainly be tolerable again when it comes to signing up advertisers and stuff, and things will hopefully go back to normal. But I wanted to make you guys aware if you weren't aware of it, and just give my thoughts on that as well. I mean, one thing I will say is I think certain genres of content will be hit worse than others. I think religion and politics channels and things like that, which is actually the main thing I watch on YouTube, I think they'll be hit a lot, especially if they have opinions outside of the mainstream. Even if it's maybe not a truly liberal view, for example, I feel that they might be subject to demonetization, which, while isn't necessarily censorship, I still feel it's a form of censorship. And I do worry that freedom of speech on YouTube will be jeopardized to a certain degree by what's happening with the demonetization. I mean, that isn't really something that affects me, but it is something that concerns me, and I feel it's certainly something that needs to be addressed. I'm a big fan of free speech. I think people should be able to, say what they want on their platforms. And I'm very torn on the issue, because I do understand YouTube has to placate advertisers, but I feel that they might bend over and just take a big advertising dick right in their ass, which could be an issue for content creators who want to make a living off more controversial views or more controversial content. I mean, I'd say my content, while it's sometimes a bit edgy, isn't that bad. I mean, it's just general gaming content on YouTube for the most part. I'd say perhaps I'm a bit more cynical and a bit more loud than some people, in putting my view across on games and stuff. But in general, I feel that my content is fairly standard YouTube gaming fare. But we'll see how things go. I mean, like I say, I do know gaming channels have had quite a lot of their content demonetized, perhaps purely down to tags. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. One thing I will say is I feel that with these changes going on and the potential for things to be rocky for a while, if you do have favorite creators, regardless of whether it's me or someone else or, just anyone, the content creators you like, if you do have a bit of spare money, a lot of content creators do have Patreons. I have a thing called GameWist, which is Patreon, where we offer rewards in exchange for monthly contributions. Mine, shelling out here, mine is in the link in the description under support. If you do have a bit of spare money and you want to support me when things are certainly going to be a bit shit for a while, please feel free to go check it out. There's lots of rewards on offer, and the people that use them seem really happy with them. So check it out if you do enjoy my content and you do have a bit of spare cash. Obviously, if you can't, that's not a big deal at all. Just keep watching, and hopefully Google will sort all this debacle out, and the drama will eventually come to an end, and things will hopefully, I'm trying to be as optimistic as fuck here, settle into some kind of normality once again. But anyway, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the situation. I'm sorry if this was a bit of a serious video and a bit of a tedious video, but I just wanted to summarize what was going on, and I don't know. I just wanted to tell you guys what was happening and get my point across on what I think is going to happen regarding this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little not vlog, but whatever it is, type rant. The face reveal is still going ahead on Saturday, despite the fact I will probably get fuck all money for it. So please check out the face reveal on Saturday. Sorry, not Monday. I don't know if I said Monday. Check the face reveal out on Saturday, and videos will resume as normal today. I'll try and get 2 gameplays out a day now. I'm sorry I've had a few days off. I've been quite busy and quite stressed and a bit demotivated with all this shit going on. But yeah. So yeah, see you really soon for more content, guys. 2 gaming videos today. Face reveal Saturday. Hope you guys have a good week, and thanks for listening to me talk about actual fucking business bullshit for a while. See you guys soon. Bye.